wasn't like it was just me and Floyd who got into it. My children saw it. So, for an outsider, and I know that 50 Cent at that time was his friend, of course, he's going to try and go to bat and dilute whatever it is that he could possibly do, to help the situation. But really, it just makes it worse, I've known Floyd for a really long time and a lot longer than 50 Cent has. So, to see things like that was hurtful, but not so much for me, but just for my children, because it becomes insensitive. It's very insensitive. My son had to run out to go get help, and thank God that he made that decision at a really young age, because who knows how far it could have escalated if he had not ran out to go get help. I mean, one little accident, toss, bump head on the table. Yeah. There's so many accidents that happen that you may not mean to, hurt somebody. You might be trying to just shake them up and scare them. Something accidentally happens, and now you've got a death on your hand.
Well, it's a professional fighter.
Yeah.
I believe and professional fighters, aren't their hands considered lethal weapons?
They are.
So you could be charged.
And you know what? I didn't testify against Floyd, and that wasn't Floyd and I's first, dispute. And it wasn't his first domestic dispute with just me. So
Floyd has a history of this.
He has a history. His father has a history of it. No judgment on my side. People go through things. There's been times, and I even say it in my book, I've hit his ass over the head with a Tonka trunk a few times too. But, just stuff happens, and we had to live this out publicly. Our neighbors have had the cops called on them for having domestic disputes all the time, but because we're in the public eye, we just have to, deal with it while everybody watches.
What really triggered this particular situation? Because according to 50, it was because the house was dirty, which sounds a bit weird to me, you know?
Well, I think, first of all, if we want to address dirtiness, I'm not a dirty person, obviously. But I do have 3 children, so if there's
certain amount of chaos,
stuff all over the place, my first priority is not to make sure that I'm running around picking up after my kids. My first priority is that my children are happy, fed, homework's done, and they're off to school, and my business is taken care of, and then I come home and take care of the house. So if something's out of place, that was a big, huge, just 50 being 50 Cent.
Right.
And then as far as, what was your other question?
Well, what do you feel triggered
it? Yeah. Well, he was seeing Dade County, Miss Jackson. He was going back and forth between the two of us. And at that time, I felt like I'm around 30 years old. I've waited a really long time and committed a lot of emotion and support to Floyd. And if he's not going to step up and make that commitment to me, then I'm not going to wait around any longer. I'm going to date. And when I decided to, I didn't blatantly just put it out there in his face. But when he grabbed my cell phone and he saw a few text messages between me and CJ Watson, he got upset. And then it escalated from there.
But technically you guys weren't together anymore. So from your point of view, we were
just dipping and dabbing.
Did you end up pursuing your relationship with CJ after that, or
No, he was I couldn't even find him for a while. He was so extremely frightened of Floyd. I don't know if they ever had a conversation or not, but obviously he wasn't equipped to deal with, that situation. And who would want to deal with that drama? It's not like I'm blaming him, but I definitely probably will have to date somebody like Young Jeezy or Baby. I don't know, a professional wrestler. We'll see.